Hello, Jordan Burris here. Today is May the 13th, and on this date in 1975, the king of Western swing, Bob Wills, would pass away at the age of 70. Bob Wills and his band, the Texas Playboys, would perform throughout America from the 1930s until the 1960s. He was born James Robert Wills on a cotton farm in Cosey, Texas in 1905. All of his family members were musically inclined. His father was even a statewide champion fiddle player. The family would hold dances at their farm and invite the neighbors to attend. Bob would play the mandolin as well as the fiddle. At the age of 16, Bob would leave his family and drift from town to town riding on freight trains. He split his time in his early 20s as a barber as well as a performer in minstrel as well as medicine shows. As Bob Wills' song repertoire grew, so did his band. He would constantly add various instruments to keep up with the changing musical landscape. In 1934, Wills would relocate his newly formed Texas Playboys band to the bigger musical market of Tulsa, Oklahoma. There, the band would play a noontime show on the 50,000-watt radio station KVOO. In 1940, the song New San Antonio Rose, which was written by Wills, became a massive hit and a signature piece for the Playboys. At the age of 37, Bob Wills would join the Army during World War II, but would be medically discharged in 1943. He would then reform the Texas Playboys and find enormous success performing for audiences in Los Angeles, California, as well as San Diego, California, as many of the Dust Bowl migrants from Oklahoma and Texas had relocated there following the Great Depression. By the late 1940s and into the 1950s, Wills' success slowed, due in part to his binge drinking as well as his financial hardships, both brought on by lavish lifestyles as well as dishonest money managers. Bob Wills suffered 2 heart attacks in the mid-1960s, but continued to record new music, as well as to tour in select cities such as Las Vegas, Nevada. Unfortunately, in 1969, Wills would suffer a stroke which would leave him partially paralyzed and effectively end his performing career. Bob Wills would then die in Fort Worth, Texas on May the 13th, 1975, at the age of 70. The enormity of Bob Wills' influence on music is difficult to measure. Country music legends such as Merle Haggard, George Strait, Buck Owens, Willie Nelson, and Waylon Jennings count Buck Owens among their greatest influences, Waylon Jennings going so far as to record a song in 1974 entitled Bob Wills is Still the King. But Bob Wills' influence stretched far beyond the honky-tonks. Chuck Berry cites Wills' song Ida Red as the main influence for his song Maybelline. Fats Domino said that he patterned his rhythm section after that of Bob Wills. And Jimi Hendrix has said of Bob Wills and the Playboys, quote, I dig them. Bob Wills is a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame. I hope you enjoyed that brief bit of history about Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys as we remember him on the anniversary of his death in 1975. Now I'd like to play a rendition of a song that Bob Wills recorded in 1936. This is entitled Bring It On Down to My House.
Bring it on down to my house, honey, ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on down to my house, honey, I need your company. With Tomcat sitting on a railroad track, hollered to the mama cat and she yelled right back. Bring it on down to my house, honey, ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on down to my house, honey, ain't nobody home but me. Bring it on down to my house, honey, I need your company. Well, my gal Sal makes a mighty good pie. Well, I ate so much gala belly did